22. You let other women make a fool of you. Why don't you do right like some other men do? Get out of here. Give me some money too. Now, don't go ruining the girls' dinner with your fries. Who wants fried chicken?
Oh, I love some, Mom. You've got the magic fingers. We were just getting hungry and we didn't know when you'd be done. Dad was just showing us the new fun day too. It's really great. I think I know how to work it.
Great. Well, we are going to have resurrection tea, green beans, mashed potatoes, and a special mama-made angel food cake.
I can't wait. Mom, you call it resurrection. What does it mean?
Well, Grandma says that it is so strong that it can raise the dead. You know, like Lazarus in the Bible? It's the color of Coca-Cola and sweet as rock candy.
Mom, what's your nickname for me?
Well, you are my little honeysuckle rose because you are the prettiest flower on the plantation.
1, 2, 3. We got Carol, our Miss Puff, Cindy, the Sioux Tribe, and the baby drop in. And my bride in the kitchen making us another great meal.
Oh, Dad, you always say that. Sorry there are no boys. We know you're outnumbered. We'll take you to Hollywood with us, and you'll have 3 sons-in-law there.
Well, with a mom like you got, there's no doubt about that. Now, I'll visit you in Hollywood, but I don't like those commie sympathizer types. You know, Mama, I was talking to Sergeant Green, you know, that buck-toothed guy from New York? Well, the other day, just yesterday, he was saying that turkey he's married to can't even make meatloaf. Says she burns water all the time. But she got some knockers on her, so I guess that makes sense.
Well, that's one thing I can't do is cook. And I have great hands.
You can say that again.
Hey, guys, I can do a Kennedy. Ask not if you want a piece of cake. Ask how many.
Oh, Sandra, don't. That reminds me too much of JFK. I thought I'd die that week that he was killed. The endless funeral processions, the feeling that my heart was going to be ripped out of my chest. I can never listen to that Irish song, Greensleeves, ever again. They kept playing it over and over all day.
Sandra, remember when we went to the toy store that night? We saw Jackie underneath the dolls and we started crying. Everybody in the store acted like they were walking along. Yeah, I remember. So sad. He was my favorite person in the world. He was like a movie star. He looked like Dad too.
I know how you are with your dreams and predictions, and you could be right. Joint Chiefs of Staff are still fuming over that blockade and the Russian missile crisis. You know, an old Kurt, he's just busting a gut to bomb.
Here is a bulletin from CBS News. In Dallas, Texas, 3 shots were fired at President Kennedy's motorcade in downtown Dallas. The first reports say that President Kennedy has been seriously wounded by this shooting. United Press says that the wounds for President Kennedy perhaps could be fatal. Repeating, a bulletin from CBS News, President Kennedy has been shot by a would-be assassin in Dallas, Texas.
Well, I guess it's time for that beauty contest.
I'll go get changed.
Not sure I'm supposed to pick. Oh man, I gotta get dressed up again. You know I won't look good in this on uniform.
You look pretty. You're a princess this year.
Well, thank you. know how your husband's gonna like it when you bring him home and see that your daddy's a princess.
It'll go in the album though.
Well, all right. Are they ready?
I think so. And now, presenting the most beautiful girls in Oklahoma, in the world, and of all time, Cindy, Sandra, and our former Miss Washington, D.C., Margaret Metcalf. Let's hear it for them. Tonight, we have our special guest judge, just flown in from Las Vegas, Mr. Tony Liberace.
Well, thank you. I thank you very much.
Drum roll, please. And the crowd goes wild. Woo! Come on out, girls, out on stage.
Thank you all for coming out tonight, and I hope you'll vote for me to be the new Miss Tinker Air Force Base 1963. I believe in world peace, but if the Ruskies take over, better red than dead. For my talent, I will sing a song by Doris Day, Sentimental Journey.
And now we have the lovely Miss Cindy. Thank you for having me tonight. And for our special guest, George Harrison. I will sing I Want to Hold Your Hand is my talent. I also believe in world peace, and my dad will fix all the radars so we'll know when the rest. Thank you. And continuing with our youngest and most sweetest contestant, a regular Marilyn Monroe in the making, Miss Sandra. Thank you for having me tonight. My new movie star name is Alexandra Scott. I will be doing a scene from the new movie, Blue Hawaii. It's the movie my husband, Elvis Presley, is in. I also believe in world peace, so don't be Chinese or Russian. Thank you.
Mrs. Metcalf, the reason you've been assigned as the civil defense warden for your neighborhood on base is because your husband is the highest ranking enlisted man. Now I need to brief you on your duties should we come under nuclear attack by the Soviet Union.
Sergeant, I don't think I'm up for rallying my neighbors while bombs are falling on our heads.
Now, Mrs. Metcalf, there'll be plenty of time to go over the steps I've outlined in this folder. Well, as you can see, every detail has been thought of.
What's this? What are these black rectangles drawn around the base fences? They look like coffins.
Well, those represent the casualties after the attack, buried every 5 feet and dug vertically to save space.
You've got to be kidding me. We'll be left to bury us, planted vertically like sardines? You're not very confident we can get to the fallout shelters if you're talking about burying people around the perimeter of the base. I mean, aren't they going to scramble the jets and blow them out of the sky? What's Guy working on the radar for? What are the sonic booms about? The Strategic Air Command is a joke. Kurt LeMay and his rattletraps about peace is our profession, my ass.
Mrs. Metcalf, this is just worst case scenario.
I want to go trick-or-treating. You don't understand. I need to go trick-or-treating.
You can't go. Stop asking me. You can't go. It's too dangerous.
I don't know why I can't go. It's not dangerous. I want to go.
All right, that's it. Where's the belt? It's in here somewhere. Excuse my name. Come back here. I need a mask.
Where are you going? Going away. I'm never coming back. Nobody loves me. Nobody cares if I go. You're not going to get off base. Yes, I am. Sandra, you're not going to get very far in that fight. And there's boogeymen out there. I'm going. Forget to ride. Mom, Sandra's on her bike. She's running away.
Sandra! Sandra, stop! Sandra, come back here! You don't want me to get your daddy!
Mom, you don't love me. You don't care about me. You won't comfort me. You're never coming home.
Sandra, you scared me half to death. I wake up from my nap and you've run away. I chase you out here and you're almost to the gate.
You don't love me. You ruined my mask.
I do love you. You're my baby. My Persian kitten.
Yeah, but you ruined my mask.
Well, Sandra, I think Cleopatra really did have pockmarks. Slaughtered yesterday, I'm terrified. And the sonic booms woke me up again this morning. And another thing, when I went to the commissary, a woman told me that I couldn't use my military ID. She said it was expired and was looking at me strange. The government is trying to take away my privileges. Are they mad at me for not being the civil defense warden? What did you say to them?
Now, Mama, I'm sure she didn't mean anything by it. Military IDs are only good for 4 years, and they need a current picture. The government's not against you.
I know what I saw, and it made me very uncomfortable. Why do you have to be in the military anyway? I miss my mama, and I'm tired of living on this godforsaken base and being worried all the time. Any day now, we could have another missile crisis.
I'm a lifer in the United States Air Force, and I hold the highest rank an enlisted man can get, Chief Master Sergeant. That's without a college education. And you know I'm responsible for a lot of men. I didn't get there by brown nosing and getting drunk with the officers down at the NCO club. I'm not a drinker, and I'm not that kind of man. I enlisted in '39 when old Goose Stepper was invading Poland. And if we hadn't beat him, we'd all be driving those Hitler bucket Volkswagens today. Now that was the right thing to do, Mama. And now I'm trying to save us from the Russians. What's wrong with that? I just got a reward for my work on fighter jets. Thanks to me, the canopy comes off when the pilot ejects. Before my explosive bolts, they were breaking their necks on that hard plastic cover. Am I just not supposed to work on those kind of things because you're sitting around here paranoid and bored?
Well, la-dee-da and hooray for you, Mr. Military. All I know is that I've got to get out of here. You can't order me around like you do your men. They're so regimented around here. They measure the height of the grass in the yard. I was the most beautiful typist in D.C. I could have traveled with Dorsey and sang like Doris Day. The John Robert Powers Modeling Agency wanted me to pose for a poster for the Waves. That's what I've done. I could have been something. A star, maybe.
I'm going to get a divorce, and I'm taking the girls with me. Gonna take a sentimental journey. Gonna set my heart at ease. Gonna take a sentimental journey to renew old memories. Got my bag, got my reservation. Spend each dime I could afford. Like a child in wild anticipation, long to hear that all aboard. Seven, that's the time we leave at 7. I'll be heading up to heaven, counting every mile of railroad track that takes me back. Never knew my heart could be so yearning. Why did I decide to roam? Gonna take a sentimental journey home. Sentimental journey.
Woohoo!
Margaret, I'm just an old guy. I was put to work by the time I was 12. I was farmed out to other dirt farmers, and them old boys, they worked me hard. I was the youngest, and by the time my brothers came along, things got better.